Hello everyone, Ashlyn here, coming at you with another Fi gameplay video. Today we're gonna be doing some high seas stuff. Hopefully I can find some high seas heroes and see how we play into them, see how good our matchups are. I made a couple changes to the list just for testing. I put in a seventh finisher in the form of Compounding Anger. I wanted to see if I could get a little greedy with 7 and still feel pretty good about the deck because it is a 0 for 5, which is pretty above rate. But other than that, I also put a Mask of Momentum in the sideboard for the potential of it might be good into Gravy. If Gravy's really popular, there might be reason to sideboard into him. But honestly, from the games that I've tested, and I know it's Talishar, and I know it's a new hero, and I know players are bad, but I've been crushing Gravy in my practice games, and it has not been close. That hero has a really tough time into us, just jumping every single turn. And I think Puffin has a very similar problem where we just kind of present good numbers, and we kind of outdo their numbers most of the time. So I find that Gravy and Puffin are not too big of an issue. I haven't played a Marlynn yet, but my guess would be that she is the hardest matchup for us, just because Ranger does Ranger stuff, and she's more Guardian-based and likes to block a little bit. But that's kind of besides the point. I just wanted to keep it quite simple today. I think Flame Call Awakening main board has potential if the high seas heroes are really popular, and more often than times than not, you're running into Graveyard Hate. But I'm not really strapped for sideboard space, so I don't really feel the need to like put Flame Call in main board and then get 3 extra sideboard slots and use those for something. I'm just not running into that issue often. And oftentimes we are the thing the opponent has to play around and not the other way around. So we're most of the time fine with just keeping a very similar straightforward build and then slightly tweaking it for certain matchups and not really having a bunch of tech cards for a bunch of different matchups that we sub in. It's usually just like a standard list, and then we switch things up depending on if we need it. But we still do the same thing. With that out of the way, let's get right into some high seas gameplay. All right, we got a Gravy Bones for our first game. I've been testing first or second. I'm going to try doing first this time. Good luck, have fun. Simply just because I don't want them to set up an ally that I have to deal with and clear on turn 0. But it's arguable which way you can go. I'm going to keep Flame Scale for now, but if I feel as though I'm not getting disruptive enough, I'll go something like Fiendals. But he runs, some Gravies run CNC main board, so we got to watch out for that. And then sub out a Mounting Anger for Fire Tenant just to keep like the relative 1 cost in a similar range. All right, starting things out. Great hand if I was trying to do something fancy. I don't want to Arsenal Compounding Anger to potentially cause bricks. So I think I'm just going to go with a standard, what's it called? Standard Fi turn. Try to leak a little bit of damage. No blocks is crazy work. No blocks is crazy work. No links. Yeah, not at all. Nope. All right, we're just gonna leak 5 damage. Is that what's? This is why you probably go first versus Gravy, because they sometimes just get no blocks, and you can really punish them for it. Yep. Cool. Drop a pretty good hand here to push offensive pressure. Chart the high seas. And they got rid of Jittery Bones. Wait, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may pitch a card from among them. Okay, so they didn't get a blue. Good for us. Yep, they had an ally in hand. Played an ally from hand to give it go again. Oh, my lord, yep. This is what... I was pretty sure this is what was going on. And this is the... When this defends, you may discard a card. Yeah. So this is the Gravy Bones Armory deck headpiece, but I see people running Crown of Dominion on him, which is also a fine decision. All right, let's start things off. I think we're just going to start with an Oath of Loyalty, targeting him, and then we're going to use Phoenix Flame to clear probably Rigor Mortis. I don't really care about Limpet, but I might as well clear it. I can't play Salt, unfortunately. I'm not too worried about Limpet, but I might as well clear her. Actually, I can sequence this in a way to make this decision feel less bad, right? I can go Fi here for 1, targeting Rigor Mortis. Right. And then I think go Blood Drop to face here and just Arsenal Ignite. I'm not too worried about Limpet. Like, that's vanilla 2 damage. And I can easily clear it with the Phoenix Flame on a future turn. Yeah. I kind of don't want to send this Ignite for only 1 value, necessarily. Okay, not bad. I'm probably going to pitch the Ignite to play the Ignite. I have to start with it, so kind of sucks. All right. Good hand. We'll get the job done. This art is fucking wild, by the way. This is some insane art. She looks drippy as fuck. Oh my gosh, it's the Hardy Cook. Limpet. Yep. Probably should have cleared her. Okay. And then Chowder. That's fine. So we're going to go Oath of Loyalty at face. And then we're going to go Display Loyalty into Chowder, into Display Loyalty, into Phoenix Flame, onto Limpet, and then we're just going to go Ignite, and then we'll pitch the other Ignite to swing the Ember Blade to maximize value. Okay, just take the damage. I'm not too mad about that. I kind of want to wait for one of my good cards, like Rake or Spreading Flames, if I can hold it out for Master of the Pouncing Lynx. I'll activate Chowder in response. Smart play. Yep. Throw that gravy. We're all kind of new to the gravy deck, the people who play it, and also us as players playing against it. So he's probably going to take some time thinking through his moves. Limpet. Bye-bye. Yep. Now I'll come in for 3 off of Shuko. Now we could also Arsenal this Ignite, which is reasonable. But I find that if you have a lead and you're in a favorable matchup, there's no reason to risk losing value here. Like, I can just convert that to 3 value right there. And if they end up having a CNC or some kind of disruptive Arsenal sort of deal, then I can do shit. Then I'm worried because they're gonna hit me and can gain back value by me throwing unnecessarily. That's why it's like super okay to just not Arsenal in your favorable matchups, or not risk Arsenaling against potentially disruptive heroes in your favored matchups, because you just don't want to like run the risk, lose value from that, and then they're able to convert it to a win. Because most of the time, you just dumping your hand every turn is enough to beat most heroes that you're favored into. It's like Florian, like Verdance, like Gravy probably. I've been playing Gravy a lot, and not a lot, but I played like 3 games before this, before my recording got corrupted. And then I forgot to switch to show the actual gameplay. But I played a couple games, and it seems pretty clear cut that we just kind of destroy him. Like, I've had games 30 life to 0, 20 life to 0, kind of around that range. I haven't been taken to single digits by a Gravy once. And I don't plan on letting that happen now. Pot of Greed! Actually, no, it's not Pot of Greed because it's not Victor. Because, like, if you pitch the gem as Victor into a gold, you draw a card off the gold. So you basically give up 1 card to draw a card, and then you also draw a card on top of that because of Victor. You essentially put Pot of Greed in Flesh and Blood, which is crazy to think about. All right, Scar for Scar. Cool. No Treasure Island, so there's no real on-hit here. I've been trying to play a lot more limited because I'm not very good at drafting. Surprise, surprise, I play 1 hero a lot. It makes me worse at drafting. Okay. I'll take the 3 damage. Okay. They choose to end their turn, and let's start off with a Rising Resentment targeting Gravy. I think here's where we might want to grab Salt. We can always just, like, the great thing about playing against allies is that I can just do whatever and then wait until the final chain link to kill the ally, and then boom, I'm so fine. Like, I can just essentially say, oh, you blocked with every single card, but you don't block here. Oh, boom, free Tenacity or XYZ. It's also good into Puffin. If she uses Polycranka, like, you just get the option of, hey, I can just grab whatever I want if I just shoot a Phoenix Flame into this. All right. I'm trying to be a lot better about... I've had a bad habit slightly before of... I still have the bad habit of kind of rushing through what my general turn looks like, just because I play the hero a lot. And thus it makes it very easy for me to just be like, I don't have a care in the world. I'll just swing and I should win because I play this hero so much. But I still make sequencing mistakes. And those especially come from overconfidence about kind of looking at a hand and knowing what to do with it. And one of those things that comes with that is making sure you wait till very later in the chain links to play your on hits if you can afford. Like there, I can afford to play this chain link 3, and if he, for example, had a D-React, he might be tempted to play it on an earlier chain link just so he doesn't lose the value if you don't want to swing too many cards further. All right. Card with Water Grave. If you do, draw a card. Cool. Whew. That seems good. Diamond Amulet. Okay. All right. So he full blocks it. But as you can see, he has committed a lot of blocks. And I think in total he blocked with how many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I know what I'm doing. I think I'm grabbing a Tenacity. I think one of my favorite things that, because I had my original list, and then Dando made some tweaks to it, and then has been making tweaks over time. I think my favorite tweak he's ever made with this style of list is running, instead of a compounding Anger in main board, your finishers are 3 Lava Bursts, 2 Salts, and a Tenacity. The flexibility of having the Tenacity in the main board feels so great. Especially, it just gives you so much freedom to punish, like, because heroes are tempted to do one thing or another. Like, aggro don't want to block, whatever. But it gives you so much flexibility and says, okay, this hero that normally does this did not do this. I can still punish them hard for this and get a lot of value. Okay, so we're cracking gold. We're charting the high seas. I think this game is pretty clear cut that we're going to be able to close it out here. crack another gold to draw another card. Hopefully that's a blue. I wonder what they're gonna do. This one is fun, but I don't think they have the resources to do it. I think they're just looking for a blue right now. Dead threads. Activate Diamond Amulet. Wait a minute. Am I dumb? Oh. They just gave up. Okay, cool. Sounds good. It was pretty clear we're going to win that game from there, but that's what the gravy matchup kind of looks like. You want to clear the allies because you can do it very easily, but it shouldn't be too hard if you just do basic fundamentals, which is great because we're probably one of the most favored heroes in the gravy. I mean, the ninja class is going to be favored into him, but especially us. All right, so that was a good indication of gravy. All right, Dio. Woohoo! Okay, I get to pick. Of course I'm going second, and we're doing the full equipment suite of just aggro balls to the walls. I'ma say good luck, have fun. This matchup is, like, not that complicated. You just dump your hand and pray. It's kind of the general idea. No crank? Ugh. That's scary. Do we want to activate Fai here? I'm trying to think. Thinking, please bear with me. You know, fuck it. I think we're gonna do the strategy that I want to go with. I think this is best, even though it feels kind of wrong. Just means we don't lose as much value as we would hope. And because this game really goes very fast, there's a very high probability that I'm like not able to find an opportunity where I can get a double Emberblade swing anyways. And that just guarantees, and like every single point of value matters. And there's a good chance I can't properly use that anyways. Now I get to come in with Salt for 7. Okay? Now if they don't kill me now, I think we win the game. I that could be overconfidence. But I think, maybe, they need to not do the most insane pop-off turn ever. Which might be a little hard for them to do. But we'll see. Of course, the opportunity arises. Boom grenade, cranked, of course. Fast and Furious. We're not going to be able to prevent this on hit. And if we do, we're going to be losing a lot of value. So I'm just going to have to take this damage. Zipper hit. How do I even convert this hand properly? This is fucking wacky. We might have to pitch the Tenacity. They gotta block with 1 card, right? This hand's really bad. Because we are probably not going to be able to convert it into a kill next turn. Pulse Wave. Okay. Choose extra cards with... Okay, so they essentially make me give up a card. That sucks. That's whatever. What's like the best 3 cards here? I'm keeping Ignite for sure. Yeah. This has to be it, even though it feels bad. They're probably gonna grab my Fire Tenant, which sucks. Yep. Okay. Luckily, they didn't do too much damage. I'll take the Symbiosis shot. I think we're still favored here. We go here, into Cinder Skin, into Emberblade, into Phoenix Flame. A little below rate from what I would normally like, but it should be fine. It's a little unfortunate we haven't drawn our power cards yet. I just hope I draw up a good hand. That's all you can really hope for. Oh, this is really bad. It's bad because I want to be able to actually use links, and I don't know if I can do that here. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not too mad about that. Backup protocol red. Grabbing zipper hit. I'm going to commit this block here. Okay. And Spark of Genius. Cool. All right. That's good because that means... I mean, they didn't crank the boom grenade, I just realized. But we at least prevented it, I guess. They're going to get Cerebellum and then probably crank it and then activate it to get a fresh arsenal. Symbiosis shot. Okay, cool. Now, is my hand good? No. I wish it was better. But I can't complain too much. Okay, this boom grenade's definitely going through. Yeah. Yep. I would be feeling so great if this was anything but a lava burst here, but it's not. Now, I could grab salt. There's an argument to grab salt the wound here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm going to activate Phoenix Flame for 1. And they're going to commit the block here. And I am going to punish them for it, but they can just commit equipment block and not have to block here. Which sucks. And then I lose value off links here. Yeah, I should have just popped it. This is bad. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, this is great. I mean, I'm totally fine with this. Definitely a misplay on my part not to just pop links there. Oh my god. It would have been a horror show. Oh god. I'm worried about getting boom grenaded. I'm gonna have to block with these eventually, but I'm worried about a T-bone. We'll go here. Okay. Tekla Foundry Heart. Yeah. Cerebellum. They play it out. Assume they crank it. Activate it to draw a card because they dash IO'd off the top it. Yeah. We're not going to keep this whole hand, I assume. Plus, the Fire Tenant plus the Blaze should be really good. It's a solid 2-card 8. It's not perfect, but it might be fine. I'm going to go here. Yep. Okay. Fuck, that sucks. I think we have to take it here. We have to take it. And then we're going to get Symbiosis shotted. But maybe we actually block here because I can't commit. Oh, this is so tough. Oh, this is so rough. And they have Adaptive Plating too. Fuck, they can block so well. I feel so much better if I already had that Lava Burst in my arsenal. If I had a Lava Burst in my arsenal here, I would be chilling. Actually, no, I wouldn't, because I still would have to block. I'm going to take the 4. There's little else I can do here besides take the 4. They will Symbiosis shot me, which strips another card from my hand. Or links. I mean, I don't want to do it this way. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me think. Let me think about this thoroughly. If I grab Ignite off of links, I get to get the Phoenix Flame too. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't get crazy value off like Lava Burst. But it's not the worst thing ever. Okay. I mean, it doesn't... Okay. So we're just going to now T-bone me? Fuck you. I think we got to give this up now. Yeah, we just got to give up Links. Sag. And they still have Symbiosis shot? Yeah, no, it's cooked. It's fully cooked. I think the thing is that Dia was more frail and weak than we are. And she can't take a hit as easily. Or, like, can't take disruption as easily. But we can deal with disruption. We just can't deal with really high damage. And this is where we get choked out and die. What? Okay. That's what I thought. The old Talishar would say resolution step, and it would make sense. But a resolution step usually means it's over, but we're breaking the chain to do all the shenanigans, and then throttle me for 4, and then can't really do much else. Yeah, because she can just Symbiosis shot and kill me. Good game. Yep, the aggro mirror can be a rough one for us. But, you know, this happens. I think what really screwed me was I didn't draw any of my power cards early on into the game. Which, if I had that, that would have given me the value I needed. I think, in hindsight, the Links... the waiting to pop Links was... The problem is also that we drew that Lava Burst at a very inopportune time. And this is why drawing finishers is great. But it can also be really scary, especially if you still have Links up. And also our return fire hand was bad. We couldn't really take advantage of... we used Dragon Scaler to fix it, but we ran out of that resource and we couldn't block one with it. So a little unfortunate hands just cost us the game. All right, we got a Marlynn. Let's go. I have not played against Marlynn before. My assumption is that they are going the Guardian playstyle, which scares me. There's 2 distinct playstyles. You can go combo, or you can go kind of with combo with like Manta Ray, and actually no, combo with like Death Dealer and such, because whenever you draw, you can load, and you do stuff like 3 of a kind. Or you could be doing like a Freakier build, where it's like more Guardian centric. I'm obviously worried about my Phoenix Flames being taken. I don't want to run Rake. I think it's fine. Loyalty would be good to punch through the Guardian, but I think we should most of the time... I think this is a fine decision to do this, so I'm going to go for it. All right, they are kind of the Guardian. They got the Quiver for somewhat fatiguey scenarios, but we'll see how it goes. Getting a Sink Below early feels really nice, and hopefully it does good things for us. Sure, yeah. I've been playing a bit of Limited, so I kind of know what the heroes do, but not super well. Okay, 2 gold tokens at the beginning of your phase if you haven't destroyed. Okay. So you create 2 gold, and you need to get gold every turn, or else you lose 2 life or discard a card. Okay, cool. Marlynn ability. I think Marlynn's gold Fin Harpoon is great because she can just... It works well with her bow, but it also kind of works great with a lot of the cards that discard a card, draw a card, because you can just basically effectively make a card in your hand, discard it. Not too dissimilar when Zen was playing Art of War and then banishing the Tiger that he got from his Zen activation. Like, this is a great example. And probably going to discard the Harpoon. I don't want to block with my Sink Below here. I'd rather, like, play out a smaller hand and arsenal it just as kind of a hedging my bet. Try to reload. Okay. This person's playing pretty slow, which most likely means they're new to the hero. So I might end up cutting around just to make the gameplay a little shorter, just so you can see generally what's going on and not have to, like, wait super long for them to make decisions. which is fine. Take your time making decisions on Talishar. This is where we test and have a good time. All right, I'll block with Blood Drop. Ugh. Are they going to swing that on turn 0? Okay. Yeah. Not activating the harpoon is reasonable. Wait. Yeah. Okay, I can just reveal that I have a sink, but I won't discard it. Congratulations. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, not the most ideal hand. For sure, certain. Yeah. And it's not a 1 cost, so I can't do normal. I can't use. Do we links here to fix this dog shit hand? Maybe, honestly. Yeah, I think we have to. If we links here, we get Ignite into Ember Blade pitching a sink below into Phoenix Flame for 2. We get 7 out of that, and then we get Play the Lava Burst. Feels terrible. But I don't think there's a way we can Ember Blade and then get the 1 extra resource from our pitch zone. Yeah. We might just have to grab lane. I think I'm going to do that. And it feels really shitty. And I don't want to do this, but I have to because this hand is that bad. Wow. Crazy. I would not like to do that. We have to do it like this. Damn. Shoutouts to Ignite, though. Let's be real here. Ignite kind of a beast for enabling this. If I didn't have Ignite in the deck, I don't know what I would do. Okay, they're keeping this hand. Yeah. Two single belows at once is also brutal because I have to basically not take one for the rest of the game because I had to do links there. So I'm never going to see that sink below again, which is so sad. Okay, they're not blocking at all, which scares the hell out of me, but not a lot I can do about that. This also is good because it conceals the information that I have another sink. What is this? Okay, at least I can sink one if I only really want to block with 1 card, but Lord have mercy, this game is giving me some very strange hands. Activate Harpoon to give it overpower. I have Ophidia, Jesus. Pitch Stiff too. Interesting. Are we like going Turbo Fatigue route? But if you were, why would you block? Okay. Choose and reveal card of their hand. If it's not an attack action card, they discard any critical token. If you've activated a cannon this turn, instead look at their hand and you choose the card. Lovely. I mean, we could technically block this out. This active on hit's really bad for me. Because they can just take my blue and then I can't do too much. I don't know. I don't know. But if I sink, then if I sink an Oath of Loyalty, then I won't have that starter available. I essentially lose the card here, which I don't want to do. Sheesh. Do they run Pummel in this build? I don't fucking know. This is silly. What's the worst that they can do if they hit me? They look at my hand and then they get to probably take. They'll probably take out my blue. I think we just sink here. Our hand doesn't get super omega disrupted. I will sink. And I will sink this card. Fuck me, then. Oh, God. That's not the best card to draw in this scenario. If they get rid of it, it's fine. If they get rid of Oath, it's okay. If they get rid of my blue, it's bad. But then I can just tuck it in Arsenal, and it's still a 2-card 7. It's not the worst thing. But also, like, I don't want to swing into a deck that's already fine with blocking. But this might just be like I deal a lot of damage over power builds. I think she's thinking through what I should potentially discard. I want to really leverage this equipment on a disruptive effect when I have a pop-off turn. Like when I'm like, okay, this is the turn where I blow your face in. I want to keep these cards. Oh, it's a non-attack. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't block it. This is why you read the cards, folks. They were never getting a card out of my hand regardless. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, reading the card explains the card. Shouts to the professor. There was no... The on hit was made up. Okay, cool. I just get to dump my hand. Yay! I love playing 4 cards. I love playing 4 cards. I'm fine. Also, we insulate ourselves from the scariness that is having only one Phoenix Flame in my graveyard. So that's swell. Ow. Amber Blade. She's like, do I block or do I not block or do I not block? She got if I can make her die to Lone Shark, that would be so funny. Get it a full block and then she just takes the damage. Okay, I'm just gonna dump my hand. Respectfully, I think this is what I do. Alright, let's grab our Phoenix Flame. Oh no, they got marked! Oh shoot! Oh no! Yep. I should try Hunt to the Ends of Wraith one of these days. Let's fucking go. Let's go. I love hands. We could also do double, we could do ignite flight path shenanigans here if we really felt like it, instead of doing the immediate spreading flames. But I like immediate spreading flames. It feels nice to me. I'm trying to think through some wacky shit I can do, but with, because when you get shit like ignite plus a 1 cost plus a blue, you can do some fancy stuff occasionally. Like I could theoretically grab a Phoenix Flame 1 turn earlier, but I don't know how relevant that will actually be because of factors. Widowmaker. So giving this go again. Now this is interesting. It's vanilla damage, though. I mean, do I really want to commit two defending cards? I think the answer is no. We have enough of a lead where I'm not really too concerned. Unfortunately, this Harpoon does not load. Unfortunately for the Marlynn player. Or Marlynn? I don't fucking know how to pronounce these names. I'm sorry. Okay, so we activate our ability. Create a Harpoon. How are we going to load that bitch? Are we going to crack a gold? E-Strike. Probably bottoming the Harpoon? That's really cool. That's a really fun playline. I'll take the vanilla damage. Would it be optimal to go flight path here instead of spreading flames? I'm trying to think that through. Ignite, double Ember Blade, so that's in total 8. Plus 3, plus 1. So it'd be a 3-card 12. Versus spreading flames, 3, then 2. Then 4, 3, 2, 4, which is 9, 4, which is 13, and then 2, 16. Okay, so just adding it. Oh, sorry. Did not mean to wait so long to pass. Essentially, it's a very similar thing. You get 4 value per card. It just depends on how many I want to use. And I think I want to use all of them. But there's an argument to be made to not use all of them. She gets to load off this because you drew a card with a gold. We can't really deny our gold, so we... if it's attack action card. So this is a scary one that we have to worry about. Can they activate a Hammerhead? Probably. Would be my guess. Okay. Yeah, so they're gonna give on hit. They just get a gold. This is a really powerful piece of equipment in here's that they want to block. Harpoon makes sense. And then we have to pitch to play it. So 10. Well, what do you take out of my hand? Realistically. Like, what are we actually taking out here? You could take Spreading Flames. You could take Ignite. You could take the blue. No, you can't. Yeah, no, they can't take anything. I'm just going to take this damage. Like, whatever they decide to take, it's bad. Like, this is the great part about playing Fai. Sometimes you just draw hands that are like, even if they get to pick to take a card out of the hand, you're still perfectly fine. I should have blocked the Flight Path because there's a chance they take the Spreading Flames and then we're going to activate Flight Path. That was my mistake. But I still don't think it's going to matter because we got 3 cards. We got good momentum. They don't have much equipment block. They have the 2 block on the boots. Oh, that's fucking crazy. Those boots are pretty nice. Let's see if I need to refresh. Nope. They're just taking time to process the on hit. which makes sense. I think they're just running through the realities, and if you don't play Fi yourself, it takes you some time to more time to run through which is the best to take here. And them taking a while is pretty indicative of the fact that we've kind of set this ourselves up for success. Cool. They take the blue. That's fine. Never punished for not blocking with Dragon Scalar Flight Path. Hell yeah. Ignite. Let's go Ignite. This card's so good. Oh, I love it. So if there's an Ignite play math, play math. Play math. I'm picking it up immediately. Take him at the 2-block. Cool. Spreading Flames. Fuck you. But I have 2 Phoenix Flames. Haha. Nah, 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 nah. I got 2 Phoenix Flames. Yeah, so it seems like all the heroes want to run Sunken Treasure. This from Dynasty? Okay. Yeah. They get rid of a... I would assume they got rid of something else. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. To come in for 4 with Blood Drop. Shoutouts. This art is so cool! Oh my god, she's fucking stabbing it to the camera and like fire's coming out. And her outfit is sick. Oh my god. I gotta like cosplay as one of the random like Draconic Ninja girlies. Instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna cosplay as like Syndra or Fi. Because that would be hard. I mean, this would be hard too, low key. But this is so cool. Oh my god. I love the art so much. Shout out to Flesh and Blood. They do good things at Legend Story Studios. Except when their heroes rotate out in 8 months on the new player product that leaves people abandoned. But we don't have to talk about that. Cool. Hand is playable. Probably we'll just dump it. Can block with equipment if need be. We're chilling. Dude, this shark about to come for you. I'm about to make this loan shark. I'm gonna make him cash in on your debts. This card is so fun. This is so cool. Marlynn. Create a harpoon. 3 of a kind in this build? That's crazy. Oh my god. Okay, they only get 1 load out of it. But that surely means they activate harpoon, no? This is crazy. 3 separate Marlynn triggers is also insane. Because it's not like draw 1 card 3 times. Or draw a card 3 times. It says draw 3 cards. It feels like a single instance, but it acts as though it's different instances because it technically is under the game rules. Non-attack action card, so no disruption for me. Yay! Yay! Hopefully they don't have pommel. If they have pommel, I will crash out. You'll see a crash out like no other. But I don't think they would run pommel. It wouldn't make sense, right? Go fish. Okay, they could pummel me technically, but I think we're fine. I take 7 here, and then I go down to 6. So even if they pummel me, I'm fine. Yeah, all of them are attack action cards. And then we just dump our hands. I don't think we kill them. But we do strip them down to not enough cards to efficiently put together a turn with this style of build. Their plan might be just to Arsenal Harpoon, make a Harpoon every turn, and just like block it out and swing 2. In which case, that's when it gets a little freaky for us, but should be fine. The card art's so cool. Oh my god. The blood drop one is so cool. Also, Grow Claws is a great art. She just stands up. Ignite, always great. I talk about this one. The fire in the back. Oh my god. Her hair is also fire, by the way. How it like goes into red towards the end. There's also like the one from the Fai Blitz deck. I think it's called like Heatwave. The arm piece. She looks drippy as fuck with like her hood and her red hair. It's dope. My guess is it's most likely a Harpoon we got in that arsenal. Look at this. You can see Marlynn in the background there. That's fun. Fin Harpoon. If I were to play Marlynn, it would probably be, I don't know what style I would play. I think I have a lot of Ranger cards, and I mean a lot. I have a fully decked out Riptide aim counter build that I like playing, but I just don't end up playing it too often. But I think I want to get better at like a more defensive mid-range style, because I've gotten really good at the aggro fundamentals and how to play aggro decks properly, and more specifically how to play Fai well or whatever. But I think my skills in terms of like a mid-range and fatigue build are a bit lacking, which causes issues in limited. Because I'm probably going to stay playing aggressive heroes for a while. But I want to branch out a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to start posting gameplay videos of different heroes for now. But I think at some point I want to start branching out a little bit more, try some other things. I actually am a big fan of Vasilio. I play him a lot. Once again, I have a Riptide deck I've decked out. I've been playing Syndra recently because I finally assembled all the cards for her, and I've been playing her in paper just to see how she feels. I think I kind of want this channel to be like a ninja channel, like an aggro ninja channel most of the time, because that's my favorite class is ninja. But right now we're currently locked in on the Fai game plan because I know people like watching Fai, and I like playing him too. Is Lone Shark gonna... Lone Shark! Lone Shark! Oh shit, wait. We have a decision to make, okay? We have a decision to make. We could either... oh, but I kill her regardless. Yo, fuck you. Lone Shark about to come in there. He's coming for that. Oh my god. That's so funny. That's awesome. This game's so cool. I love this game. What? If only you turned over that first Phoenix Flame. Alright. This should close it out, because I'm going to probably force 2 cards out of the hand with Mounting Anger. Murderous Rabble. I love this. I love the high seas so much. I'm obviously a hunted girly because I play Fai and I love Draconic and that whole kind of play style and all that shenanigans. But the high seas thematically has felt so cool. It's a really well made set. All right, they just forfeited. Good game, and that was an interesting game. I don't know if their build was perfect, but they ended up just not having a lot of disruptive pieces that really mattered. And when they did, they weren't too effective. And they weren't able to string together hands with that much damage, but they also weren't willing to block. It was weird. Definitely take all the games that I play against the new heroes with a grain of salt. And, you know, every game for that matter. Just because it's Talishar, people are learning heroes, people are playing suboptimal builds, all that shenanigans. But I think that was a good indication of kind of how the matchup should go generally and what she does. But I'm going to have to test it more, and I'll definitely come back and let y'all know what ends up happening with the Marlynn matchup. I'll probably end up playing her at some point, so that'll be fun as well. But I think that's it for this game. All right, so the list felt good. I mean, it's the fucking safe list it's been for like the past month and a half, so it should feel good. I think this is just super unnecessary versus Gravy. Like, you demolish him regardless. At least from what I think. Compounding Anger, it didn't show up too much in the games that I played today, but I don't know. Getting two finishers in hand at the wrong time is just really bad. And I'm really concerned that this could brick us up in a bad way. I should probably like rephrase how I say that, but fucking whatever. I'm too far gone. Compounding Anger though, good card, but I think generally speaking, and what I can kind of hone in on this hero is that you kind of beat the decks you're supposed to beat, and you lose to the decks you're supposed to lose sometimes. It can be a bit weird in that range. And I find that most often, as long as the boat does not get rocked, you're usually leading yourself to victory in a lot of your matchups. And I think this adds the potential to rock the boat. We don't really need to high roll to win our winning matchups. And the way we high roll our losing matchups is not through getting 2 extra value off of 1 card, if you catch my drift. So that's the way I see it. I don't think I'm going to do Flame Call Awakening main board. I don't need the extra sideboard slots. But if I do in the future, which might be true if like other heroes like get in the meta, maybe I want to run CNC's and Battlefront for Prism, and then Riptide becomes suddenly really good. But that's besides the point. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like. I'm going to try to pump out more of these just because I know people really like the gameplay videos. Fai 102 will come out eventually. I have to get my thoughts kind of sorted, and I have to find the time to write and record and maybe make a presentation. I'm probably ask y'all in terms of like a poll or just in the comments, tell me like kind of what format you want that video to be in. And I think that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and peace.